Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Hunting with Pratze, Hunting with Fabe, and also possibly on the channels of Johan and Emil. The thing we are doing today is finally, as I was always announcing, this special driven hunt video that we planned and that we are actually doing today. So, I'm here with the guys. Phil, my twin brother, is also with us. Because, of course, we're doing a driven hunt. We need some people. And first of all, hello and welcome, everybody. Fabe wants to share some words, and later, after that, also the two guys, Johan and Emil, who invented this whole thing, this way of driving, which is really something you guys can look forward to, will explain it to you. So, Fabe.
Yeah, I just want to say how I met Johan and Emil. I just saw a video, driven hunt video on the forums, and I really liked to do driven hunts on the Hunter, as you maybe know from old videos on my channel, but it didn't really work out that well earlier, and I just asked them how they did it, and yeah, they just asked me, or said I could join in, and since then I'm doing a lot of driven hunts with those guys. They can just explain you what they do to be so successive.
Yeah, that's also the hunts where I was involved sometimes, like what Fabe just said, what we tried to do, but it never worked really out. So now we have the two guys that really worked out something that really works. It really works. You will see it later. And I would say we go into the map and let Emil and Johan explain to us. Also, of course, you can draw for us. What is so special actually?
The whole idea behind the driven hunts is pushing animals towards some guns. One or two people standing somewhere in the forest or on the field. You can push. There's a third guy that pushes the animals towards the other guys by shooting up in the air. In this case, we used a feeder to control boars, so we easily could maneuver the boars to the guns or in our towers. So if you have two tents on the map here in the middle, and we drive from the north down towards through the feeder and look where the boars are, and then we line them up with their name tags you can turn on, and by that when the animals and the players are in line, the driver shoots once to get their boss moving, and when that's done, you have to keep moving by shooting a couple of more times, and in the end the animals will come by their guns and they will start shooting. So anything you want to add?
That is the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan, of course.
So Johan, just tell me or draw also on the map. As I understand it, the biggest difference is also that it's not like people like two shooters and four people running through the forest. It's actually you only need one guy doing the driving, and the driving is done by shooting rather than by just running through foresty area. Correct?
Yeah, you're correct. It's easier for if you're doing the drive, you can use one person, and since we're using a hog feeder or this case wild boar feeder, you can rally the boars up, and just by using one guy shooting, you can control them pretty easily. If you were to drive a red deer or a roe deer or something, which you can't use a feeder on, then you would maybe have to use 2 or 3 drivers in order to get them to move the right way.
But you would do a short distance and just control it by shooting, not by running, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's easier to control them by shooting, because if you run at them, they might just run to the sides, and when you're shooting, they just run away from you straight. So that is the principle that we've been using, at least. So if you just check the map, it's quite simple. What we do is you start from the north, and yeah, you just keep walking down and checking up on this hill here. You can see the feeder from this position where I've drawn a circle. And once you're there, you can see if the bores are on the east side or on the left side, or maybe right on the feeder. And from there, you decide how you're gonna push them, since you have shooters sitting in this case, the tripod and the big tower. And this is really the way we use. As Emil said, you can just wait until they're really close together around the feeder, and then you take a shot. And every 200 meters, they will stop a little, so you have to continue to shoot while you're driving. And hopefully, they'll run past some of the shooters.
Okay. So this sounds very nice, and this is actually that special driven hunt that I was promising for my viewers on YouTube to show them, like, because I saw it, because Fabe told me, Andy, there's really something you have to see. These guys are doing driven hunts, and they really do it successfully. So, of course, we checked it out, and it was just a blast. And you guys will see now how that whole thing works in action, actually.
Exactly. I'll just also make a short compilation, or maybe a longer compilation of the best moments I had, because I really did a lot of driven hunts. Also on other reserves, not just in Hirschfelden. I've also set one up on Lodger's Point with feral hogs, and also one on Jemeldal, etc.
Yeah, we have drives on.
You guys are really creative with that.
Sellers Creek, Loggers Point. We're done on pretty much all the maps almost.
Yeah.
Every map actually.
Of course,
Yeah,
the very advanced. The very advanced drive is always when there is a feeder involved, and that's of course possible only for pigs, like wild boars and feral hogs. But anyways, this system does not only work when you have a feeder, but of course with a feeder and for wild boars it works perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, a good feeder with good attractiveness will give you a really good hunt.
Okay guys, so we will see you back then from the shooting positions, and also maybe once from the driver's perspective, so that you guys can all see what happens and how this is done.
Exactly.
See you in a bit.
Oh, and I understand why. There was 4 monsters right on the feeder as well. And there was 6 geese here as well, so I know why I had the reason. Kill it.
Nice shot. Alright, I see one running across the field here.
Take it.
It's a long shot. Yeah, he's out of it.
Yeah, they're running and stopping, running, stopping, running, stopping.
Yeah, go there.
Great. There's one more probably soon. Yeah. straight for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's actually coming between you. Should I fire a shot?
Yeah, you sure do that.